Hello everyone and welcome back to Small Soldier, and welcome to the first video in my new series 10-minute tips and techniques. In this series it will all be about 10 minutes or under, some tips or techniques, little things that make or break a model or can enhance your models. And today's tutorial will be all about detailing your plastic miniatures to kind of bump them up a notch and give them a little extra life, get rid of some of that soft detail that can be present, and I'm just going to show you how to enhance that a little bit. So without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So as you can see here, I've got 3 tools I'm using and some, to me, extra thin glue. And I want to show you here, I hope you can see, on this particular side of the camel's body, I've scribed underneath all the detail with a hobby knife, and on this one I haven't yet. A little closer. So I think you should be able to see here a nice added 3D relief effect compared to this one here. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. The first thing you're going to do is take your hobby knife and make sure it's a fairly new blade, and you just want to start off by getting under that detail just like this and just lightly scribe along that line there. It's okay if you go up top because we can sand that out. And I'm going against some rough detail here, so it's going to make it a little harder at first to get underneath there and cut that detail. Just like that. Same thing here. And you don't have to go very deep. Just the tip of the blade is as far as you really need to put it in. And let's go along the bottom here. And it's really simple. You're just following the contour of the piece, almost like scribing a line, and scribing a panel line in plastic is really what you're doing here. But you're just undercutting the detail, and it really doesn't take that long. I did that half of the other figure, or the other body, in I don't know, probably 45 minutes. So, you know, for the amount of time it takes to do it, it's well worth it in my opinion, because it just adds extra detail and just makes your figures pop that much more than as if you didn't do this to it. And don't be too concerned if you get a few scratches in a few places here and there, like there. That's easy to fix. I just take my knife and kind of go over the plastic. You can take a sanding stick to it as well later, and that'll clean things up as well. So you should be able to see there, just in that little couple minutes, I have scribed underneath and added quite a bit of extra detail there that wasn't present before. Gives it more relief, like I said. And then the same thing here along the strap under the belly. Light it first just to get your line. And then once you get your line, scribe out a little more. What I'm trying to do here on this part, you kind of have to think about the way materials will affect a certain area. So on this particular thing here, I would assume that that strap's pretty tight, so it's going to make the belly bulge out a little bit where the strap is. So you can see there I've deepened that quite a bit. And some areas here are going to be a little trickier, like here by the legs. You might have to do it in 2 passes. Start here. and then I'll come back underneath. And then once you have your line, it's just a matter of creating that effect of bulging. So I'm just going at maybe a 45-degree angle and pulling that detail back a bit. Now this is an actual scribing tool. I'm going to be able to get in here a little easier than with the knife. I won't do too much damage to the leg as I'm passing by it. You can see that detail's deeper now, and it's much more realistic. I'll do the same on this strap that comes over the top around the neck here. Like I said, go light at first, get your line. There's a mold seam there, I'll clean that up later. The skin here, where there's a strap, it's probably gonna have a little more depth to it because the strap is pulling against the body. You'll want to do that with your figures too. So you've got a strap wrapped around a certain part of the arm or the leg or the torso. You want to show the stress on that particular piece. So you can see there, I've added more detail in that. So now I'm going to take my scribing tool here and along this saddle area, and then once you get the lines scribed in there, you may get a raised ridge here. So what you want to do is run the knife the other way, and you're going to scrape off that raised area, and then go back in and remove that. You'll end up with a nice smooth transition. I think we're coming up on 10 minutes here, so really that's what I wanted to show you. You know, continue the detail around anything that's prominent from the body or the animal or whatever it is you're scribing out. Any of the blankets or strapping, you just want to undercut all that. And then once you've got it undercut, I just take my Tamiya extra thin, and it's a technique used by armor modelers and aircraft modelers. You just want to go in and clean all that residue up and smooth out that scribe detail by just dropping in a little plastic cement, and that'll melt down any plastic that was scribed up when you were cutting into it. And this dries really fast, so you don't have to worry about that it's going to be wet. And you're going to get your fingers stuck all over it. So if you take a look here and you compare, you can see, that detail really pops, as opposed to look back here, how the area here is nicely defined and that's just kind of muddy and soft looking. So there you go. That is my 10-minute tip and technique for today. Look forward to more tips like this in the future. I'll be doing like photo etch, glues and tools, all that kind of thing. Until next time, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if this is something that you would like to see on an ongoing basis. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Nice.